morning to you, my child. Yes. Oh, there's Lauren.
Hi.
Where's Lauren?
Hi, baby.
Oh, stick a tongue out at Lauren. Put a face at Lauren.
Wave at Lauren.
Oh, we've got music now.
Oh.
Yeah, we've got music now.
Good evening. It's the 4th of January. I'm cooking my tea and I've read a couple of books I've not actually told you about yet. So I thought I'd crack on with this video. First thing I read this year, I actually read and finished on the 1st. It was a little collection of poetry based on Doctor Who in the style of Winnie the Pooh. And like, could we get anything that was more perfectly me, to be honest? I thought the illustrations were better than some of the poems. I didn't really enjoy the poems, but I felt like they were kind of more hooey than poetry. I feel like hardcore viewers of the show would have loved it. There was a lot of things in there to reward you for your loyalty, your perseverance of the catching up for the last 50 years of Doctor Who. I wouldn't advise it for casual fans or people who didn't really know any of the backstory or lore of classic Who, but it was still a really good collection. I gave it 3 stars because I'm trying to be a little bit harsher with my grading system this year because I had a lot of 4 and 5 star reads last year, and on reflection I don't think they were maybe as good as that. Then on the bus back to London, that's right, the bus, because Virgin Trains booked me up on the way to Durham, so I was like, nah fam, oh Christ, nah fam, I am getting a bus back to London. Yes. I finished Thought Jamaican Filigree Street, which I would give a solid 4 stars. It was a much better book than I was expecting. Unexpected representation, unexpected multiculturalism. It was just a nice read. I think last year I would have given this 5 stars, but you know better now. Plus, this little octopus, he's called Katsu, and he's very important to the story, and I love him. This is one of those books that I've been seeing on the buy one get one half price table at Foyles and Waterstones for at least a year, and I finally decided to pick it up, and I'm glad I did. It was just a nice, fun, light read. I'm currently reading Queers, which is a series of 8 monologues curated by Mark Gatiss of Doctor Who and My Homeland fame, and it's really interesting so far. I do, of course, take exception to the fact it is mostly based around the male gay experience, but you know, we'll talk about this more when I've finished. I've just finished Queers, 8 monologues curated by Mark Gatiss, and I kind of am a bit happier about it now that I've finished it. At first I thought it was just going to be the stories of gay men and there would be no intersectionality at all, but it's kind of more about queer masculinity and about the performance. I'm getting a bit Judith Butler, look at me. The performance of a queer male. It talks about things like using Polari to get a certain response from people. It talks about a response to being a beard. It talks about cross-dressing as male, about having to hide yourself through every single part of history from the decriminalisation onwards. And I think I might actually give this a watch because all these monologues performed on BBC 4, I think, and I might be able to find the show somewhere. And I think it'll be quite nice because I bloody love Alan Cummins. He's a lad. The only reason I carried on watching The L Word was the hope that he'd turn up again. And Ben Witshaw's a lad, and Ms Greyjoy is a lass. And I don't really know any of these other people. Oh, hang on. He's in everything. He's in Hound of the Baskervilles. Okay, so I know most of these people, but not him. Or him. Or her. Or him. So I'm really not sure what rating I'm going to give this yet. I'm thinking maybe a 3.5 or a 4. Like, this new rating system is like high stress. Because it was really interesting. It was perspectives that I am not aligned with, obviously. I almost feel like I've read some non-fiction. I know these are completely fictional accounts, but they taught me something, so maybe that does merit a 4-starer. Ooh, I'm all mixed up with my numbers. I don't really know what to go for next because I am feeling like just picking up another book immediately. Part of me thinks I should crack on with some of my chunkers because that was one of my resolutions. I'm getting very mobile with this camera this evening just to hide half of my hair. But the other part of me wants to pick up some non-fiction, and this dust jacketless book, which looks very dull, it's gorgeous with a dust jacket on, is Wordsmith's Warriors by David Crystal and Hilary Crystal, the mother and father of linguistics. It's just about words and where they come from. I think it'll be quite light and quite fun. It's a bit of a chunky book. It's not, but it's tall, so I feel like it'll take me longer than I expect to read it, and if I'm spending that much time, should I actually be cracking on with a big old book? I don't know. But like, it's day 4, and I'm about to start my 4th book of the year. This is it, I've made it.
Quartz, but it's not the pink one. No, none of these.
Hi guys, this is Webcam Lauren. Oh, look at those graphics. I am sorry. I just want to tell you that I read The Moonstone. I finally finished it, which is amazing news. Fantastic. Expect a full review because I can't condense down my views to put here. It was just too much. I finished it on the ebook version from Overdrive at about 3 in the morning because I couldn't sleep and it was getting creepy. And then I just went in the shower and stuck the audiobook for Noughts and Crosses on, finished that. Less convinced about that, to be honest. Overall, I feel like it wasn't written for me and my age group, so I can't really criticise it, but I also feel like the way it was written wasn't really suitable to that age group either. I've done a long bitchy post about it on Goodreads if you want me to try and break it down a bit more. I just felt like it wasn't achieving much, and certainly not what I'd set out to do. So that's been a really productive day, but I've kind of realised how much exam revision I've got to do for the end of the month. So I think I'm not going to get anything else read for the rest of this month. I'm supposed to be picking up Crime and Punishment, but I've read the first couple of pages. I've also read the first couple of pages of Lolita and of Wordsmiths and Warriors, so I've got a lot of books on the go, but I'm not sure any of them are going to be finished. I guess only future Lauren knows.
Tonight was supposed to be the chillest night. As you can tell, I'm fancier than Hackney tonight. I'm in a hotel in Birmingham. Let me tell you how I got here. Now I nearly didn't get here. Jessie's at Car tonight. Fair enough. I was like, oh, I'll just stay in the flat. I'll revise tonight because, you know, uni went there. Something horrific happened on the tube. Thankfully I didn't see it. It was quite far ahead, but it just shut the whole tube system down. And I was coming from practically Essex to Euston to get my train to Birmingham. Needless to say, I missed my train. Got my ticket for the now left train, went up to the little window and cried to the lady behind the glass. And she like didn't even say anything, she just like stamped like the ticket and we just like get on the next one. So like I was thank you. So I got on a train and I got to Birmingham and I've had a shower, as you can tell by this nonsense. Jessie is still at Gaga. I've ordered a takeaway with all the money I have left in the world. And I'm revising. Not my fault. Just sat watching YouTube. I didn't even bring a book, so like I just know I'm gonna fail this biomed exam. But actually thinking about it, this is about 15 minutes left before January is over, so you won't hear from me again. So I think I managed to read 5 books over the course of the month, which I'm quite happy with because it mostly happened in the first 2 weeks. Because since I got back to London practically, I have just been revising and like not doing much else with my life. So I think that was a solid start to the year. And I've really enjoyed my reading month actually. Just a bit of hair. But yeah, I've enjoyed my reading month and I'm just really excited for February because once these exams are done, once February 2nd has passed, I'm going to be in a world of pure imagination. I'm going to read for a month solid. I don't know how many books I'll get finished because I've got a lot going on in February, but if I manage to read like 5 books this month without particularly trying, I think February is going to be a good month. So thank you for putting up with these like wet hair, no makeup, reading vlogs. I will see you again very soon. Bye.